there, Glenn with the Toy Temple, and today we've got a much larger box than we're used to. This is the Marvel Legends Ghost Rider. Some assembly required, as you can see, but we've got a Ghost Rider to review, and he looks very intimidating. And here's Ghost Rider out of the packaging. And like I always say, anything with skulls is automatically cool, especially when it comes to skull action figures. Flames, additionally, always cool. Now, Ghost Rider, I don't know too much about him other than the Ghost Rider spirit is a demon that accompanies him. I think there's something else to it, but he's essentially the demon of vengeance. That's about as far as I've gotten. The bike looks super cool. We'll discuss that here in a second. But this Ghost Rider, let's take a closer look at him. So Ghost Rider comes with this very nice flaming whip, which goes from gunmetal gray into a transparent orange. And I like that. That's very cool. The flames coming out of the top, man. It's very nice that they didn't have to make those clip-on, and they just integrated it into the chain. Additionally, on his head, he's got a lot of transparent orange. You can see the flames coming up through his collar and through his head. As far as articulation, you've got double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, no boot cut, even though he's wearing boots, thigh swivel, legs go up and around, ab crunch so that he can ride his motorbike. Wrist has a joint, goes 360, arms go 360, head can be tilted, looks cool, get some Exorcist going. Paint job wise, he's got this nice blue, two-tone blue in fact. The suit itself is a dark blue, and then the light blue highlights the collar and the chest area and runs all the way down the leg and the arm. And then he's got some nice belt deco right there, probably to hold his pants up. Now when I first took the bike out, I thought, how is this thing gonna stand? And wouldn't you know it, there's a little baby kickstand right there, so that you can either pop it all the way up or just put it down so that it sits right next to him. But either way, it does have a way to just stand on its own, which is great for me. The paint on the bike actually matches Ghost Rider, which is excellent. Checking out the other side, same gray gunmetal color, flames all over the bike. This part detaches. I'm sure it's the same base bicycle for all of the ride vehicles for the Marvel Legends line, but this helps customize it in a way that only Ghost Rider can, with the skull and the big, sharp, angry gray teeth. Ooh, scary. These flames, they do come off, and they're held on by pegs, but I'm only going to take them off this one side. This one on the back is not removable. And the wheels are this transparent yellow, which helps the flame look of the bike. And they do spin, even if it's got the flames on it. The bike is super intimidating. I do like that there's a little speedometer right there. And it steers. Let's get Johnny on the bike and see how it feels. I love how this looks. This is very nice. The bike works just right with Ghost Rider. And it can roll with him on it. Even better. And using that prop at the very bottom, it stays upright. Only thing I can't figure out is what to do with the chain. I don't know if you tuck it in somewhere or, you know, slide it in. I mean, I guess you could just wrap it in there and make it look like it's part of the chain effects, but does it lose the roll? A little. Yeah, it does. So I don't know. Now it won't leave. There we go. So just know that he can't take his chain with him as he rides, unless you want to be a rebel and have him swinging it through the air while riding his bike. He does lose a little bit of the grip if he holds onto the handle for too long, so keep that in mind. There we go. You wouldn't want to see this guy tailgating you. So do I like Ghost Rider? I do. Flames and skulls always go great together. Always A+ action figure material, especially when you combine them on a flaming skull motorcycle. The only thing I would say is a drawback is if he holds onto the handles, it's hard for him to grip his chain whip, which is kind of bad. And these flames, they look great, but they kind of fall off if you try to adjust it too much. So you can either play with it a bunch or just, let it sit on your shelf. I really like the Ghost Rider figure. The chain whip is awesome, going from gray to transparent orange. The flames all over the bike, spectacular. Makes for one heck of a figure. Ghost Rider himself, sure he's reused parts, but flaming skull action figures, always a big win in my column. 4.5 out of 5. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter at The Toy Temple. And remember, you're never too old to enjoy the things you love.